So you've got a hankering for a layer by layer. Well, I don't blame you. Layer by layer is a fun alternative solve to this puzzle. So why not see what that entails and what that's all about. I'm going to go ahead and scramble this up and come back at you with that unique solve. Abracadabra. Okay, there's our scrambled bump cube, scrambled mirror cube. Now the thing about the layer by layer is it takes out some of the guesswork if you saw with the reductive solve. So once again I'm going to start off with the largest center because that's easier for me to line things up. Move this into here. Now these don't belong next to each other like this because if you notice, see how the glare is a little different from here to here? And that's because this has its grains laying horizontally and this is vertically. So this acts as a supercube. As a supercube, the centers, although they have the same shape, they're actually not the same pieces. And that's the thing about a mirror cube, is that they're not supposed to be all the same pieces. This is how it separates it out. And you only get it with this color configuration of this puzzle. So if you ever get this puzzle or one like that, do yourself a favor, do it with the silver stickers because that way you can turn it into a supercube. So I just want to move this over to here. Turn, turn, and turn. Still doesn't work there. So I think I'm going to have to move this to here maybe? Nope, still no good. So this is actually not supposed to be the hard part. I think this actually belongs across from each other here. That's where the confusion was. Which means that this belongs here. Nope, wrong size. So find the one of the right size. It should be easy to find. Okay, so here's two big ones. I'm going to start this anew. So these two belong next to each other. Move this over here. Where's the other large, massive center? Is it this one? Nope. Must be this guy here. So normally what should be the simplest part has a little bit of complication just because of specific orientation. Pow. Okay, so we're good. Now you can see by the shine of this that these are all facing the right way. This is facing opposite, just so you know. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting in the edges here. So I can tell which one are the right edges, like this is correct. I'm going to find the largest edges on the puzzle, and those are the ones that I can work on. Those are the ones that I know match. So this guy matches here. So I'm going to put this up. Now I can tell if it belongs here. It either belongs here or here because this is going horizontally here. So the grains are the same. So I'm going to keep that there. Nope. So these are both large. This one is very large, so that's the next one I'm going to look for. Maybe this one. Close, but not really. These two here. Okay, move this up. Now this is what I mean when I say where the grains are going. You can see that this is colored wrong. So I'm going to put this here. Now I don't know if it belongs here or here, but we will find that out when we put the corners in. Okay, here's another big guy right here. Find another particularly large one. Actually, how about these two? Nope, not large enough. Alright, so with this type of solve, I have to scramble less, so this belongs here, we think. And finally this guy will find its brethren. Move this to here. Now, to those who've seen my layer by layer solve, I'll tell you I've taken to doing it a little bit different. So what you're about to see is a slightly different method of doing the layer by layer, particularly the last two. Okay, so these are in a good configuration. You can see that the shine is the same. So let's see if the corners agree. Right? Turn, turn. Okay, this corner doesn't belong with this one. And turn. Okay, so this does belong here, so I know that this configuration is correct. How about this corner? I'm looking for the biggest corners here. Okay, turn this here. And up. So far so good. Now with this particular puzzle, if you looked at the reduction, I had to do a lot more fishing around. This one is fun because you don't have to do that quite so much here. This comes up here, and I'm looking for another large corner, which is this guy, I suppose, and up. Okay, so we got the first layer. Now the second layer, we can get our centers in first. What belongs where? Well, this, does it belong here? I don't know. Nope, doesn't look like it. That's hard to say. I'm thinking maybe yes. Maybe there's a better one to look at. Okay, this actually belongs here, but you can see the grain is wrong. So if I can take this and rotate it, then both of these can end up here. So what I'm going to do is actually move this up here, take that out of the way, take this in the right direction, move it in, and kersplat. So this is in, and we even have a bonus of having a edge here. And this is the proper edge, so I can maybe move the right center here if I can find it, which is this. However, this is facing the wrong way, but this is facing the right way. So we bring this in. This is my sliding U technique. Take it down to the left side, right side rather, move it in, up, back, and up. I can point to the tutorial where I actually talk about this, and this was the wrong one. As you can see, the shine is different. This is going to the side, this is going longitudinally, so I guess maybe this one. If it's the right size, it's not. Okay, so this doesn't belong here, it actually belongs there. Let's go ahead and take this back up again. Turn and turn. Now we bring this down here. Yeah, we like that. Turn and turn. Okay, so see how the shine is the same? So we like it. How about this? Nope. So I've got these two in. Let's see, do I have any centers up here? Not this one. How about this one? It's kind of a big guy. Maybe. Okay, so I'm going to move this here and see if this fits. I think so. So move it down from the left side, swing this to the right side, move it down from the right side. Swing it back to the left side, move it up from the left side, swing it back to the right, move it up from the right, and there you go. So, yep, this is correct. So what else can go with this? So it paints reduction in a whole new light. Nothing there. And I don't have anything in here yet. So maybe this guy. Nope, too small. Alright, so what it looks like is I'm going to have to maybe move this one in. So let's move this guy up to the top layer first. Turn, turn, and turn. Okay. So does this one match? Well, first off, the grain is going horizontally, and it's going horizontally here too. So move this in, down from the left, move it to the right, down on the right. Move it to the left, up on the left, move it to the right, up on the right. Bang. I'm going through this kind of fast. Alright, so I need to find the other one that belongs with this. I can just move this across until I see this guy. This belongs with the center, but not on this side. You can see it fits really nicely with the color here, with the shading here, so I don't want to move this. But I do, well, no. So it must be somewhere across here. This one. This one doesn't belong. How about the proper one that goes here? This guy? No, not that guy. But I do want to move this one out. So that's what I'll do. Up from the left, move to the right, up from the right, move to the left, down from the left, move it, move it. Okay. Now this guy does belong here, so move it in, to the left, down on the left, back to the right, up on the right, back to the left, up on the left. So again, this is less a tutorial and more a demonstration, as I've done plenty of tutorials on layer by layer. This does want to be in this center, but not in this direction, because you can see the shine is wrong. So maybe this, and you can see the shine is right. So move it in. On the right, move it to the left, down on the left, back to the right, turn, turn, and turn. So the best way to get your money's worth out of a 4x4 is do all these different solves. In, and not so much in. This does like it here, but not in this direction. So we're going to want to move this. Maybe this guy can move in. Yep, this guy can move in. And you can see by the shine that it's in the right direction. Turn, turn, and turn. Okay, we like this here, which means we bumped this guy out. See, it seems loose, but it really is very stable. I've never had it pop. So I think all of my centers are in, we just have to get the edges. This edge is already in over here. Now the edges could be here or it could be up here. So let's see, this one belongs down here somewhere. Not here, and certainly not there. Not here, but here. So I'm going to take this and do the same algorithm to move this to here as I would with a normal 3x3. This is just the edge middle layer algorithm, so you can see this pops into here nice. Okay, this edge seems to be in the same level here, but it's in the wrong place. It does want to be here, but it wants to stay up here. It doesn't want to be down here. Okay, how about... Nope. So these two are in. I'm just looking for this. This guy doesn't seem to belong here, so I'm going to take him out and put him on the top layer. Turn, turn, and turn. Do we like it up there? Move it in, and nope. Okay, so it must be in the layer over here somewhere. Okay, what I'm looking at is this guy likes to be with the center. However, it wants to be down over here, I think. So I think this guy wants to flip down to here. So as such, I'm going to take this and move it up to the top layer. Turn. This is why speed cubing is not my thing. I like to find puzzles that you just can't speed cube. Now with that said, I'm going to take this, move it down to here, see if it matches, because I suspected that it did. And yeah, so we like it. Now move this in. Turn, turn, and down. Okay, good, good. We have one more to go, and I think it's not that. I think this one is a contender. Yeah, this wants to be down here, but it does not want to be here. It doesn't want to be there to save its life, so I must abandon it. All right, how about one of these guys? Well, I guess there's a possibility with this, but I'm not so sure of that. Okay, I think what I'll do is I'll move this up and see if maybe it'll find a place here. I don't want to get to what I call paralysis by analysis. Sometimes you just have to test it out. Okay, not there. Not there. I think this was the guy that I moved down. Okay, this likes it over here. And I think, although this is separating it, I think it's at the same level. So I took a little gamble with that. It looks like it was the right one. Matches with this corner, that's a good sign, and down. Okay, so second layer is done. Now, for the third layer, what I do is I put the corners in first. I'm going to do this a different way though. This corner's already in, so we're where we need to be. What I want to do is start moving the other corners in. So what else belongs where? Does this belong anywhere down here? No, this doesn't seem to want to. How about this? This looks like a big guy, so he probably belongs with some big centers. Like for instance this. Yeah, maybe down here. So my thinking is this belongs here, and it looks a little like this. So I want to move this guy to here. So I'm going to do this a slightly different way. First off, what I want to do is I want to move it in from here to here, from the right side over here. I don't want to do it from this side. I guess I call it the left side, where the left side's on the top. I want to have it on the right side on the top. So what I'm going to do to make it so that it's at the top right, if I hold it in this position, to move it into here, so I'm going to put this in front of me and flip it. I can flip it by doing F, R, U, R, I, U, I, F, I. Now before to do this, I had a different algorithm to do that, to put it in. It was a little complicated, very easy to remember, but probably not necessary. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make use of an algorithm. It's really just the corner swapping algorithm, same algorithm that you'd use with any cuboid. What that does, if I use this as an R, is these two will swap. This will come here and this will come here, and it'll be in. We also have to bear in mind though that these two also swap, but we don't care. We don't care what this one is, we don't care what this one is. All we want to do is swap these two. So by the end of this, these two will swap and these two will swap, and we won't care. 2R, U, 2R, UI, 2R, UI, D, 2R, UI, 2R, U, 2R. This moves down. We did not affect any of these, and this did move in, so we're good. And it shouldn't have affected any of the other corners like this one. So let's try this again with another corner, and again, try this with your 4x4. It's kind of a fun way of doing it. So, well, does this belong up here or not? I think this guy wants to come down to here. That's my suspicion. So this wants to come down to here, but I don't want to move it in from this direction. So I'm going to want to turn this upside down because I'd like to move it in from, from this direction. This to here. So what we're going to do is put this in front of us because we want to flip it. F, R, U, R, I, U, I, F, I. Now that we've flipped it, this is going to make it down to here. So we're going to do the same thing. These two will flip, but we got to be careful because this guy is going to flip with this. So we're going to end up taking this out. So what we need to do is, because we know that we're not going to affect any of these two layers over here or anything on the back, I need to get this out of the way. So all I'm going to do is go like this, because now this is going to be in play and we don't really care about that. I just have to remember to flip it back, but that's the easiest thing to remember. So go ahead and try this algorithm the next time you try layer by layer, and especially in the higher layer puzzles it's even easier. So these two will swap and these two will swap. That's going to be 2R U, 2R UI, 2R UI D, 2R UI, 2R U, 2R. This moves back. This is in, and we just move this back. So as you can see, we didn't touch this. So this is in, this is in, this is in. We've got one more of these guys to do. We've got all of our edges in. So let's see, this is a big guy, and I would lay odds it's this. So once again, we want to flip it. F, R, U, R, I, U, I, F, I. Find what we did, which is here, I think, yeah. And same thing, we're going to flip these. I got to get this out of the way, so move this down. 2R U, 2R UI, 2R UI D, 2R UI, 2R U, 2R. Move this back, and now this is in. So you can see all the edges are in. And I didn't have to do any fancy new algorithm for that. So now it's a question of finding the rest. Let's see, where does this go? Does this go here? It does, but more over here. You can see low shine over here, high shine over here. Got to match it up with the low shine, which means the grains are facing down. So move it down from the left, swing it to the right, down on the right. Swing to the left, up on the left, swing to the right, up on the right. Swinging you. Okay, so that's in. Let's see what else we got. This here, sure, that looks good. Turn, turn. So this part is easy, easy, easy. Turn and turn. And that's it. Okay, this guy's not popping out. It's just a different type of an edge. Okay, this is a big guy. I lay odds. It probably goes down here. Nope, it's not that big. It probably goes here. Nope, it goes here. Turn, turn. I really enjoy puzzles that move smoothly. They make them very playable, very solvable. Okay, so now we've got a bunch. This is all in, and I think this all belongs on the top, so I got to start moving some of these guys up so that I can move them down. Turn, 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 and turn. You know, for a while I was doing layer by layer as my exclusive solve. It was just fun to do. Okay, where does this guy go? Goes to a big area. Right here. Got to make sure that I orient it correctly, as it is a supercube. If you do it right, take a look at all your bump cubes or mirror cubes that have the silver and look at your centers. Is it lined up? Is it rotated correctly? The puzzle you thought you solved might not be. So I think this guy comes over to here. Nope, too big. Here, yeah, here. So again, not the color, but the size. Turn and turn. Okay. This guy comes over to here. Nope. It's got to be here. Yep. Turn, turn. So this isn't even the hard layer. And this isn't even the hard part of the hard layer. Okay, this comes in, turn. I think we're rounding third and heading for home. Okay, where I'm at, it's baseball season, so I thought it was appropriate. Turn, turn, and up. Okay, what do we think? Well, we don't think so good because see how the shine is different from here? These have to be flip-flopped. And flip-flop it we shall. Turn and turn. Oh, that was easy. This comes down here, 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 and here. Okay, so all that's in, all these are in. So we're now down to our last layer of our layer by layer by layer by layer solve. So the way that I do this is I take all of these that are up and flip them down. Now I got lucky this time, to be honest with you, because these both are together and they can be flipped down. With a layer by layer solve, oftentimes they're not. You'll have maybe this down and this up, but this is easy. So F, R, U, R, I, U, I, F, I. So all these are down. Now what we have to do is we have to line them up. So these two are already lined up, these two are lined up, and these two aren't. So this is likened onto what I call the floppy parody. So we're going to have to deal with that. First thing to do is take the two that are out and put them opposite each other. So we're going to do an adjacent edge swap to do that. 2R, U, 2R, U, 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U. So this is a layer by layer solve. It's opposite, but I want to move these two back. So now it's an adjacent, an opposite edge swap, 2R, 2U. So it's a layer by layer. It's not a parity free solve. So in order to get out of the parity of a of a reductive solve, we had to use the Red Bull algorithm. Well, in this case, we're going to do the same thing with the same algorithm to get out of this. But we have to do 3 Red Bull algorithms. Sorry about that. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and, the way that I do this is I move this to the bottom. I do a Red Bull to wind this, to flip-flop these two. So 2R, 2B, 2U, L, 2 up, RI, 2 up, R, 2 up, 2F, R, 2F, Li, 2B, 2R. Okay, what I do now that these are up is I double turn this. And now this is going to flip-flop these two so that this small one will go up, this large one will go down, just like this small one is up and this large one is down. Right now the small is down and large is up. So this will coordinate those, 2R, 2B, 2U, L, 2 up, RI, 2 up, R, 2 up, 2F, R, 2F, Li, 2B, 2R. Now that we've done that, we do one more turn like this. So these two are lined up. We can even move this back. So these are all lined up. I just have to Red Bull this down. This actually has become the usual 4x4 parity that you see. So we've created just the usual 4x4 parity. You see these centers are taken out, but that can easily be placed back in. Let's go ahead and Red Bull this back. 2R, 2B, 2U, L, 2 up, RI, 2 up, R, 2 up, 2F, R, 2F. Good thing about this puzzle is it really stands up to a lot of the punishment that I'm giving it. Okay, so these are now all in. I just have to get this back. We have to get it back right. So I'm going to move this, whoop, move this here, move this in from here. This is the wrong one. Nope, it's the right one. Move it to the left, double turn, move it back to the right, double turn, move it back to the left, double turn. Okay, now I just have to put this guy in, same thing. Double turn from the left, move to the right, double turn from the right, move it to the left, double turn from the left, move it to the right, and double turn. Okay, move this back. So at the end of the day, we've now got all these lined up. So now what I have to do is I have to get these in. The way that I'm going to do that is do the R-U-R-E, well basically do the SUNY, the SUN, however you want to pronounce it, until I get these into configuration. So I'm going to do R-U, R-U, R-2-U, R-I. What I'm looking for is 1 down and 3 up. When I see that, the one that's down is on the left, and the 3 that are up are on the right, the back right, and the back left. R-U, R-I-U, R-2-U, R-I, and just like magic, they're all down. So now this becomes just a cuboid solve. This edge belongs here, and this edge belongs here, which means I got to get this one and move it to the right of this one. So if I swap these two, that's exactly what's going to happen. This will end up to the right of this one. 2R-U, 2R-UI, 2R, UI-DI, 2R-U, 2R-UI, 2R. That was a D, not a DI. So I put this in, and lo and behold, this is fine. I just have to bring these guys in. 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U. And then I flip-flop these guys. 2RU, 2RU, 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U, 2RU, 2RUI, 2R. I got lost there for a second. Okay, and we appear to be done. Or are we? Well, here's the problem. See how the shine of this is different? It almost looks like a different color. Well, the reason for that is this is rotated wrong. All of these are coordinated with each other, but now with the entire side. This is rotated 90 degrees. Now, any of you who remember the law of cubes knows that if this is rotated 90 degrees, there must be another center rotated 90 degrees. But there's not. So what's going on here? You can have one rotated 180 degrees. You can have two rotated 90 degrees, but you're not going to get one rotated 90 degrees. So what happened with this? How did this occur, and how do I fix it? Any thoughts about this particular dilemma? How did this occur, and how can I fix it? Why do we have 1? This is the only puzzle that I've seen that has what appears to be a super parity. A parity that's beyond just a 4x4 parity, something that seems to break the law of cubes. Let me know what you think, and we'll come back with the answer.